Leo, hello my love. Welcome to Lady of the Unknown Oracle. My name is Sophie. I hope you are doing really well. For those of you who are joining me for the very first time, welcome in. I hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, please remember to like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment down below. I would love to know how you're doing. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for allowing me to reconnect with you. Thank you so much for your love and support. You make what I do possible. We're going to go ahead, Leo, and just get started with your reading. Remember that this is a general reading, so this may or may not resonate with your current situation. If you find that this in no way applies to your current experience, then by all means throw the entire reading out the window. Just take what you feel really applies, okay? For others of you, you will find that this reading really directly resonates and hits home for you. If that's the case, then I am grateful. I hope that you are able to find clarity and guidance in today's message, if that is the case. We will be doing an extended reading as well after the general reading, where we will go a bit more in depth into the person that you're connecting with, their emotions towards you, their intentions towards you, the advice in order to overcome the obstacle that lies ahead, either for you personally or between you and the person. It depends on what comes up. As well as what the long-term outcome between you and this person will likely be based on the current circumstances. Okay, we will also go into any additional energies or just kind of like surprise energies that come up in the reading, like a tower moment or a new beginning. We'll see if we're able to clarify during our time together, and if not, then we will clarify further in the extended. I will leave the link for the extended in the description box down below, as well as pinned to the top of the comment section down below, along with a link to my personal booking site in case you would like to have a personal reading done instead. Which will be more specific and more appropriate if you find like this kind of resonates, but there are certain details that you'd like to hash out further. Okay, so Leo, just like in our previous readings together, I went ahead and pulled from the oracle cards myself to get an idea of the context, the elements at play, and the people or person that you're involved with. And I have to say, whatever this is, Leo, I do feel like some sort of major secret was revealed, or at the very least something, some sort of truth, okay? Because we have truth be told with go the distance. You and someone that you're connecting with are trying really hard to overcome a recent revelation, okay? Underneath truth be told is mending, and underneath that is fork in the road. So Leo, you and this person are currently in a stage of trying to make things work again. Someone either slipped up and said something, someone may have found something. It just feels to me, with truth be told and mending, like whatever came to light was not meant for the light. Okay, so some sort of secret feeling, secret person, secret fill in the blank. Okay, something was revealed, and it looks like now you guys are just trying to find the ground beneath your feet, trying to get grounded again. You have poverty with toil and labor, so someone on some scale has stopped putting in as much work as they were originally putting into the connection. For some of you who feel like you were the one that kind of kept the secret, and this could be what motivated you in the first place to do what you did or keep the secret that you did. You could be feeling like because there was not enough effort being put into a situation, perhaps you were having doubts, and instead of communicating that, you went ahead and did something that was, for the person that you're connecting with, really inexcusable. Something that was not agreed would go on in the connection between you guys, right? It could be a third party, it could be some sort of addiction, or just anything else that, you know, was really forbidden territory between you and this person. But overall, the situation right now, someone is just withdrawing. They're not putting in as much time and effort, and that's causing kind of like a disproportionate amount of work that's being put in. Someone is pulling back, and because of that, someone is working overtime to make the connection work. I do feel with main female, clarifying distant horizon with marriage, this relationship that you're in, Leo, is pretty serious. With distant horizons being here, I'm seeing that the marriage itself is feeling kind of distant. So you and this person can be in a separation or feeling distanced from one another. You could also be considering separation depending on how bad the offense was. Now with go the distance, I feel like you and this person are trying to make it work. However, that does not mean that separation is off the table, because clarifying distant horizons is main female and message. So this could be either a communication that this feminine energy wants to express to you, right? An emotion, just sharing communication with you. This could also be a documentation. So for some of you where the consequences are teetering more on the more severe end, this is somebody who could be drafting up divorce papers or drafting up some sort of final notice in order to sever ties, if that is the conclusion this person comes to as being the most appropriate course of action to remedy the situation. Now, when I shuffled your cards, at the bottom of the deck before I put it down was justice. So this can definitely lead to legalities. This can be divorce for some of you. However, with go the distance here, I feel like ultimately what is going to be attempted first is just fairness, right? There's going to be a really just a big move, a big shift in making sure that everything under the sun is revealed. All of the truth comes out. There's a purging, right? And ultimately you guys are going to lead into a new chapter, right? That's the aim, leading into a new chapter where trust can be reestablished. Right now, someone here is almost like in denial, or someone here is just suspicious, right? Somebody is suspicious that perhaps even with the truth having come out, there's still more, right? There's still more. Like with the feeling of poverty here, it's like someone feels like not only was everything that they worked towards taken away from them, but it may not be over, okay? That's the feeling I'm getting. So ultimately, you guys, Leo, are connecting with somebody where you guys are trying to heal a situation, come out of some sort of painful truth. You could be in separation or currently considering separation. All right. But the thing is, Leo, you and this person are really trying to move beyond what has happened. And that is key, right? That is key. You and this person have been serious for a very long time, or even in the short time that you've been with each other, have just really created a deep-rooted commitment with one another. And you hesitate to just, because of whatever this was that came out, you are hesitant to just toss it to the side, which for you is kind of what it feels like, right? You are the person you're connecting with. Even though whatever the offense was, it brought you guys to a point of maybe even considering separation. It still may not be a match for what you guys have, right? Someone here is still saying, listen, I know that this is what happened, but I don't think we should abandon what we've worked on and worked for and applied ourselves to because of this. I think we can still make this work. The question now is that sentiment shared? That's the question here. Is that what you feel, Leo, or the person you're connecting with feels? And if it's only one of you and not both of you, does the other person agree with that? Do they think it's worth it? Do they think it's worth the fight? Do they think it's possible to go the distance even after this deception or after this truth was revealed? Right? Is it worth it? So let's go ahead and see what is coming in. What is going on with Leo? What is the message, please, for Leo? What is the message for Leo, please? What is the message for Leo, please? What is the message for Leo, please? Okay, one more shuffle and then a cut. Here we go. Take a deep breath. Okay, energy, Ace of Swords. So Ace of Swords, guys, I mean, I feel like for what this is for you, Leo, this could be, again, this is the truth being told. Okay, so we saw justice come out, and with truth being told, this is about the truth coming out, right? On a very simple, basic note. But the Ace of Swords can also be talking about communication, having that back and forth, revealing more. However, with justice, this is also talking about, justice holding the Ace of Swords, right? Holding the single sword. It can be also about severing ties, right? The Ace of Swords, having that potential for a new honest beginning. So where this is not someone being honest in a way that is conducive to moving forward and maintaining this feeling of going the distance. This could be about somebody deciding that they would rather not go the distance, okay? And just kind of coming out of a place of weighing out the pros and cons and saying, ultimately, look, I'm making the choice. I would rather sever ties. However, I do feel for the vast majority of you, this is just a matter of the truth being revealed, some sort of truth, right, coming to light, and conversations being stirred now that the details are out there. Now that the details are out there and you guys, you know, the tea has spilled, now it's kind of like, all right, well, where do we go from here, right? What are we doing? Weighing out the pros and cons. This is your present energy. What were we just saying? Six of Pentacles, weighing out the pros and cons. What's going on? Do I stay? Do I go? Do I tell you to pack your stuff? What's going on, right? What is better? What do I really feel? Justice coming back as the block, okay? Having a hard time really weighing this out. Having a hard time deciding. For some of you, this is about really having a face-to-face discussion about divorce, right? This could be about splitting assets, right? That you're in a space right now of splitting assets, but the block is, how do we go about doing that in a way that feels fair? Who gets time with the children? Stuff like that, right? So this is, you could be connecting with a Libra as well, right? This is a lot of Libran energy so far, like a ton. But this is balance. This is balance and fairness and deciding if this needs a swift end as the conclusion, or is this something that can be worked through. On your mind is the Seven of Wands, Leo. So there is someone here that you are wanting to fight for, wanting to make things work, right? Really wanting somebody, if not yourself, wanting somebody, thinking about somebody who is putting that effort towards making the relationship work. In your heart space with the Four of Cups, you or the person you're connecting with is starting to become very indifferent. For the Four of Cups, sometimes this is a matter of choosing a new beginning versus staying with what it currently is, right? This could be boredom. However, what I'm getting for you most strongly, Leo, is that you are becoming detached. You are becoming indifferent. What happens from here on out, you are really, you don't really care. You don't really care. And it's not that you don't have love for this person. I feel like this is a self-preservation move that you're making. You're trying to protect yourself from what's to come because you know that whatever happens next could either make you or break you, right? Recent past, Ace of Pentacles, I feel like this was the source. This was the source of whatever this truth was, right? The Ace of Swords is currently occupied. So the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like, was a tangible item, a tangible something, right? A phone call, a ticket, a receipt, you know, an email, a piece of paper, something tangible, something that was able to communicate an idea, maybe a journal, right? Someone picked up your phone, maybe you had something saved there that was personal, opened up an email of yours that was personal, spoke to a person, and that person revealed something. So in the recent past, there was the potential for something between you and this person. Now this Ace of Pentacles can be after the truth was revealed, and this could literally indicate the document, right? Someone has presented a message. Someone has presented a document and suggested, listen, I would like a divorce. I am serving you, or, you know, here are my terms. If you do want to move forward in a conducive way, these are my requirements now. These are my standards. I need this level of security in order to trust that we can move forward completely. Okay? But on some level, for me, this Ace of Pentacles feels like a proposal of sorts, a solution, a possible solution. And the question is it worth the effort, right? Coming in, you have the Emperor, so you could be connecting with an Aries. You could also be the masculine Leo in this case, right? Where now what's coming in is a choice, right? A choice. What do you do? Do you remain the protector? How does your status change? For those of you that are connecting with an Aries, right? This person will be coming in probably with some sort of offer. Let me go ahead and lay the rest of the cards down so I can get a quick clarification here. You have your energy here, Leo. If you are connecting with another Leo, they're also showing up. But ultimately, it feels like somebody is holding back. right? Somebody is holding back. Now, in the outcome, we have the Five of Pentacles. So you and this person are going to feel very isolated from each other. Either there is an actual separation, or until you figure out what you're doing next, there's going to be very little to no communication. Somebody is really wanting to act on a whim. Someone is wanting to be impulsive. Somebody is wanting to just do what their heart is telling them to do, which is to walk away. But whoever this is that I'm connecting with, that is their fear. Their fear is the emotional disconnect. Their fear is leaving behind everything they've poured their heart and soul into. You see yourself as the Page of Cups. So this could be you offering an apology, Leo. So perhaps I'm connecting with a masculine Leo. Okay, a masculine Leo here who possibly was the offending party. Now, the masculine can be male, but it can also be female. So please remember that. You can be a male Leo, but not identify primarily as the masculine in this situation. Perhaps you were not the person who hid this secret, or who was the one that went outside of the relationship or anything like that. And I only say that because this main female is who has the message. So if this is concerning some sort of revelation, I feel like the feminine energy here, whether that's a male or a female, was the person who found the message, or found who is now offering this communication to try to rebalance things. However, take it in whatever way this resonates. I'm just trying to cover the spectrum, but if there's another way that this pertains to you, then by all means take that as well. But this can be you with the Page of Cups wanting to offer offer an apology to somebody, or this could be you considering an apology from someone and kind of leaning more towards that end of wanting to forgive, wanting to have that new beginning, right? Wanting to have that new beginning, but having to see first where this could go. Yeah, so there's a lot of work up ahead for you. There's a lot of work up ahead for you, Leo. I'm sorry, like, if this does not resonate, Leo, then by all means abandon this entire reading. But I'm definitely, the storyline is not budging. This is a very clear storyline for me. This is a hard situation for whoever this resonates with. So clarifying the Emperor, which is the energy of who or what is coming in for you. Okay. Whoever identifies as this Emperor is being clarified by the Queen of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. So you could be connecting with a Libra, an Aquarius, or a Gemini. But ultimately, someone here is really eliminating the need to even think about an alternative solution. Whoever this is somebody who is really an all or nothing thinker. At least they are now. This person may have been very flexible in the past. They are not. With the Ten of Swords, I'm feeling like this person is pretty much bringing an end to any sort of consideration of there being more than one option, right? So if this pertains to possibly having somebody who has stepped out of the relationship, or tends to work more than they like to come home, or whatever that third party might look like for that person, that other commitment, whoever this is that's trying to get things to feel fair is trying to tell the opposite person, listen, we're not doing this, right? It's either we work on this 100% or we don't work on it at all. Very all or nothing mentality is where this person is at. They are at the end of their rope, whoever this is. This could be you, Leo, or the person you're connecting with. But this individual is really not a fan of trying to make multiple things work at once. They are saying, listen, you show me that this is all we're going to focus on, or I'm going to be convinced that you really just don't even care, because I'm at the end of my rope, and if that's not enough for you, then I don't know what is. Right, Leo? So if someone has done something to you, you're at a point now where you are, any attempt by your counterpart to control the situation, you're like, no way. There's no way. Like, you as the Queen of Swords are becoming so detached because you're like, there's no possible alternative to this. Right? I'm not that flexible, and I'm not going to wait, right? All I spend my days doing are thinking about where you're at, or, being suspicious now because what you've done, right? What has happened now to our connection is so detrimental that I really cannot accept the idea of waiting. Like, who does that? So you see yourself as the Page of Cups, right? But then in the environment, we've got Strength. So Leo, either you're connecting with another Leo, or just in the environment between you guys, there's this like standstill. Somebody here is not, they are really trying to hold their tongue, right? They're trying really hard to not act on impulse because they realize that now is not the time to be angry, or now is not the time to be irrational. They are trying so hard to tap into that air energy, that intellectual rationality of looking at the facts and saying, okay, let's be mature about this. I want to just lunge at you and tear you up in Leo fashion, but I cannot, because there's too much at stake. I cannot afford to look that way. I can't afford to look this way. I really just want to get out of this situation as soon as possible, in the fairest way possible, because this is a nightmare. Right? Someone's fear is the Eight of Cups. Someone is afraid that either you're going to walk away from them, or if this is you, you're afraid of having to detach. This could be the mutual energy as well. You and this person may really be sorry or hurt, or at a point where you know something has got to change, but you're also terrified of what that might involve, because part of that could involve emotionally disconnecting, right? Caring less about something. Now, your outcome is the Five of Pentacles. So whether you are in union or separation physically, it's definitely, there will be a real life feeling of being without this person. So even if you live with this person, it's still gonna feel very icy. This person is not making any contact with you at all. Like, they are avoiding you like the plague. They you know, yes, the Five of Pentacles can just have that feeling of, you know, loneliness and rejection, but this goes a little bit deeper. This person really does feel like you have just you've disturbed them to their core, right? They really do feel like something is just so out of balance. This iciness and this rejection runs a little bit deeper. Even though it's the Five of Pentacles, this is hurtful, right? This is painful. And I do feel like, you know, there could be the potential to work through it, of course, because somebody here wants to go the distance, but you're gonna have to work really hard, whether that's for Leo or the cross watcher, okay? Because in a message this heavy, whoever is here, I'm sure, is not just Leo. All right, so whoever the offending party was in creating this atmosphere between you guys in the relationship, someone's gonna have to really pull their weight, because yes, with the Ace of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles, there is definitely still potential to work as a team and work to create something new and to work past this. This is also what's clarifying the Five of Pentacles, which indicates to me that if someone here does not overcome their pride, if someone does not if someone does not start participating soon, the Five of Pentacles energy is gonna go ahead and kind of wreck this new opportunity. Like, there's gonna wreck all of that potential growth and being able to work together and move beyond this. That can't be done if no action is being taken. And the Five of Pentacles indicates no interaction at all. And there's no way you and this person can work together if you're not even speaking. You get what I'm saying? And that's the outcome. So there's potential, but it's not being acted on right now. And in the outcome, based on this block, based on this detachment, based on this lack of communication, ultimately you are looking at a situation where things do not get better, they just get worse, because some sort of decision needs to be taken. That is what this Ace of Swords is about. It's about the sword coming down and making a decision and cutting something off. It can be the communication that gets cut off, but I will tell you right now that whatever transpired here was already the result of some sort of either miscommunication or lack of communication, and more of that will be to the detriment of your connection. Okay, so communication has to begin, and if it doesn't, you know, things will just go downhill from there. Leo, let me see here. For others, okay, for others of you who are connecting with who are connecting with a Libra, okay, I am seeing if you are connecting with a Libra coming in, you might be experiencing an Aries or just somebody, the Emperor, right? The Emperor, and this person is tempting you out of your current situation. Okay, for some of you where you are kind of done to the end, just not trying to work on anything, ultimately what's going to happen is you are going to not want to be involved anymore with your current partner because you're going to see this new beginning with this Emperor. And again, that Emperor is a masculine energy but can still be a female. But you're going to be at a point right here where you are done trying to work on something that is a dead end, you feel, Leo, or instead, right, it's when you end that situation, you decide that truthfully you want to go the distance with someone else who you feel like is a better fit for you. And your fear with the Eight of Cups, right, is that if you continue to hold back and you do not give that offer or an offer big enough to whoever is entering your environment, you are going to lose sight of them and they will walk away because, again, when you withhold and you withdraw and you don't speak up, the person you are attracted to or feeling connected to doesn't have an opportunity to reciprocate it if they do. And so they could be trying to seek fulfillment with somebody who is a little bit more vocal about how they feel. Okay? But for some of you, you are abandoning a situation that was a dead end. The person was not participating. And someone else is coming into your environment, right? For some of you, it's this Emperor. For others of you, it's this Queen of Swords, this recent divorcee, somebody who was in a commitment as well, who came out of it. And you are at a point of just trying to figure out whether you would like to move on with this other person versus stay in a situation that is slowly becoming worse. And I say that because I just don't see indications right now that things are getting better. You're trying. However, there's so much of this like holding back and withdrawal and absence that if things don't change, it will remain this way and things will continue to get worse. So you have an opportunity to change that, Leo, but you have to speak up. The truth needs to be told, right? That is the card that came up, truth be told. The truth has to be told. You're trying to mend things by keeping your mouth shut, right? Or you're telling the person you're connecting with that the only way we can make this work is if you start to be more transparent. And so they are holding back, right? But things are just very fake, right? There's like someone, like you guys are trying to make it work, but instead of making it work, it's just dying. Okay. And again, take that as it resonates. If this is not for you, it's not for you. Okay. But I'm definitely connecting with a group of people here where this is just, it's a long time coming, of you guys getting to a different stage in the relationship. And so now you're kind of at like a fork in the road, right? You're kind of at this crossroads where you have to decide, do you reconcile or do you leave the situation because it just wouldn't be fair otherwise? It's up to you to decide, Leo. Okay? So my love, I'm going to go ahead and take this to the extended reading. I will leave the link for the extended in the description box below. I will go ahead and clarify the person that you're connecting with, their feelings towards you, their intentions towards you, the advice to overcome the outcome, or to overcome the obstacle, as well as what the long-term outcome is between you and this person. Let me see. And just to see, out of curiosity, if you and this person do decide that you will no longer cooperate, right? What is the outcome likely to be if you just decide to either sever ties with this person or just stop all communication altogether? We'll see what that looks like as well. Okay, so Leo, thank you so much for being here with me, my love. If you found this reading helpful, please like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment down below. I appreciate your support so very much. If you're going to join me over the extended, then I'll see you over there. And if not, and I see you, and I'm left till seeing you till next time, then I will see you then. Okay, I love you, Leo. I love you with all my heart. I will see you next time. Mwah. I'm sending you all my love.